Hello friends, I'm going to make a very popular kebab, seekh kebab, which I give most of my guests when they come to my house. Here I have about, it's like a kg or 2.2 pounds of minced meat, that is keema. I've added butter to this, about 2 tablespoons of butter. I've also added my spices. Every spice in this has been added other than turmeric. A teaspoon of cumin powder, teaspoon of garam masala, teaspoon of chili powder, 2 teaspoons of red chili flakes. This is optional if you want it. Teaspoon of coriander powder and a teaspoon of salt. I've added in this about a bunch of coriander leaves, 6 to 7 green chilies, and in my NutriBullet food processor I processed this with some butter. Now I'm going to mix it well. Here are my skewers. These are metal skewers, and I have just taken my non-stick spray and I've applied it in this. Now I'm going to mix everything very well. In this manner, I'm going to make this so I've taken like a round shape like this. You can go round in this manner. Also you can take a little bit of water in your hands, slightly little bit of water, and then just in the 2 palms of your hand go in the round shape like this. And take your skewer very gently in the center in this manner, and then press it down like this. And this needs to go all the way. You have to press it with both the hands on the skewer. So here I'm going to show you another one. You just go round like this in this round shape. You can put some pieces of ginger and garlic. I've put some pieces of freshly diced ginger as well. Small pieces of ginger and garlic in this mince. So here I'm using, you can use 7 to 8 garlic cloves and maybe 1 inch of ginger, but not too much. And here I'm making the kebabs in this round shaped, like you can do it even on a plate. You can just take it and roll it around, or you can take a metal skewer and you can insert it right in the center and start with both your hands pressing it like this manner on the metal skewer. The oven needs to be preheated on very high. The oven in the tandoor is normally very high, so I've already preheated my oven to about 500 degrees. So from the oven, I'm going to baste this continuously every 15 minutes with oil, because the temperature inside will melt into the seeds, and I don't want it to get stuck at the bottom. So we can just flip the side and baste this again on the other. So friends, here you can see that the kebabs are very beautifully done. It took me about 35 minutes or 35 to 40 minutes in totality, and I'm basting it with some oil, and you can serve it. I'm making today Unda Mughlai Paratha. The recipe is there at YouTube at Choreography Pia. So you can serve it as a roll with some mint sauce and mint chutney. You can serve it with that. Thank you for watching. Hello friends, today I'm making a very tasty and mouth-watering paratha, Unda Mughlai Paratha, and I'm going to serve it with some seekh kebab, so you can serve it with potato curry. I have my seekh kebab that is grilling in the oven at 500 degrees. But for Mughlai Paratha, I've taken over here about 7 to 8. I'm making it with egg white because I like to eat healthy. You can use the yellow of the egg also, but this is to lower the cholesterol. And about 2 to 3 green chilies, a bunch of coriander leaves. I'm using also in this a few diced and chopped tomatoes, and about one chopped tomato and onion. Over here I've taken 2 cups of all-purpose flour or maida. I've added 2 teaspoons of salt. I'm going to add a little bit of mint leaves for a fresh essence, and I've added 2 tablespoons of olive oil for my preparation and a cup of water. And as I am kneading the dough with the oil, I'm slowly going to mix my ingredients over here, and this applies for any paratha. Little bit of about 2 tablespoons of oil, and we want to make a nice and moist dough. If you need to add butter, you can add butter as well, but in this case I'm just using some extra virgin olive oil to make my dough. And also I'm going to beat in this an egg. So I've used about 7 or 8 egg whites here, and I'm going to use 1 egg in this. These bangles are coming in the... So you just go in this manner. And then we want to make sure that the dough is nice and soft, and it has egg in it, and about 1.5 teaspoons of salt, little bit of water to knead the dough, and 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. So in any paratha that is so big, we are going to make it in 2 parts. I'm going to make the keema Mughlai paratha. I had leftover seekh kebab, so I'm going to make the parathas with the help of these seekh kebabs. And egg, of course. Also, I'm going to use about a cup of oil for frying. So here we can see that we take the parathas in 2 shapes like this. We divide it half in two shapes like this. I'm continuously taking some oil. You can put some butter, but I like to use it healthy. Clarified butter in the palm of your hand and go round like this, like a peda or a round shaped ball. And now I let this rest for about 15 minutes. You dust your board with some flour, and I'm going to use some mint because I feel that mint will give a freshness to it. So I'm taking this in this round direction. And these can be fried or just put in a hot tawa, which is called to sake them if you want to eat healthy, and just put a little bit of oil. So we have to roll out the dough till it is pretty round in shape and size first. So we go in this manner. And we can put some olive oil or butter in this as you desire. Some ajwain or carom seeds as well can be put in the paratha. So after you roll this out, I'm going to put you can put your egg first. This is made with seekh kebabs that I made yesterday, or you can make the seekh kebabs and then the paratha. The paratha has to be of a bigger size. You put some little bit of onions, also a little bit of green chilies, can be garnished on these, and little bit of tomatoes, but tomatoes is an option. If you don't want it, you just don't put it. Just the keema and the paratha. Very little bit of onions, tomatoes can be put on it as well. So what I will do is I will give it a rough chop. But it has to be very little, and then put a little bit more egg. I'm using egg white as I said, and then just take the ends. We don't want it to break. A little bit of the coriander leaves on the top for garnish, and some mint, chaat masala if you have those on hand, and then just fold one side, close the other side like a napkin. First we need to seal one of the sides, press it down with 2 fingers, we seal the other side, and then the 2 ends we fold it. And as I said, you can apply oil or ghee, whatever you have on hand, but I like to apply olive oil. You can brush this paratha with some olive oil. So I have some olive oil ready on hand. I'm going to just give it a slight, or you can take the help of a brush. You can apply clarified butter or ghee, but I like to use olive oil in my food. And then just seal down, press down the edges real thin. Take your dough, and here I have my oven, my non-stick tawa, and I can deep fry it in oil, 1/4 of a cup of oil. So here, to eat healthy, I'm just trying to not fry it. It's called to sake, or just to put it in the pan so that both the sides turn golden brown, because I don't like my stuff too deep fried. And then just put some olive oil from the top. And press it down gently at the ends. After 2 minutes, I would give it another flip. On medium-high heat. And let it cook. Take the remaining oil and just drizzle it on top. And flip the side. The egg inside needs to be well cooked, the dough needs to be cooked, so we can reduce the heat if it is desired. Just take some oil. And go round in this manner. I mean, this is excellent. You can try it. It's easy. It's healthy for you. You don't have to deep fry this. And for 10-15 minutes you let it cook. So thank you for watching, and do subscribe on YouTube at Korea Recipe.
Okay.
So first we made this thin by stretching it. The ends have to be very thin like a napkin, and you have to apply olive oil or whatever. If you prefer using ghee, that's up to you, but we like to eat healthy, so we are using olive oil here. And then as you stretch the dough very gently, you take one side. I have seekh kebabs here, onions, garnished with onions, some chilies, coriander leaves, and then egg whites, because we want to avoid the cholesterol of the yellow. And then we just fold it like this. We want to make a thin dough out of this, and if anything breaks, you just close the ends like this. Just close it, not overlap too much. You can use a little bit of egg to seal the ends. That's it. And either you can deep fry it, but we like to put it in the tawa. So, as we said, we want a very thin dough here. And so the extra dough, I don't want it in the paratha. So I'm just going to remove, because we want it very thin. And just turn it around with the whatever you have on hand, and press it gently at the ends. And then when one side is done for about 5 minutes, just go ahead and flip this.